So this conference has been largely centred around community, but I would be remiss in looking at that intersectoral component of the IGAP plan. The importance of research on the work that is happening in community is absolutely critical. And I'm delighted in my short time in the role as CEO of the Neurological Council to have met some of the people at the Perron Institute and see the extraordinary work that they do. So here to do a little bit of a flash talk is Rebekah Puls, who's the Research Director from the Perron Institute. She's completed a Bachelor of Science with honours and PhD at UWA, and she's undertaken significant research in the areas of HIV and treatment, immunology and infectious diseases. So can you please welcome Rebekah?
Thank you, everyone. I'm just here to give an update, maybe an introduction to the Perron Institute for those who aren't familiar with it. If you've heard this all before, please have a lovely micro-sleep. But so we are a research institute, a medical research institute, and the point of difference between all of the research institutes in Western Australia and ourselves is that we're co-located with neurology specialist clinics on the QE2 campus. And these clinics, there are 21 of them. They are run through North Metro Health Service and an agreement with them and Sir Charles Gardner Hospital. They're led very ably by Professor David Blacker, who's sitting at the back table, minding his own business, and also nurse manager, not the nurse manager, clinic manager is Sue Walters. They're responsible for the triage of complex patients around Western Australia, all of Western Australia. And as we've heard, there are waiting lists, and we're doing our best, obviously. We'd also like to say that we really, really appreciate the connections to community nursing, without which the jobs of the clinicians would be made even more difficult. So the Perron Institute, we're also very appreciative of even the collateral that come into the clinic so that people can learn about their illness as they leave. So not only is there clinics, there's also integrated research platforms. We have 16 research groups spanning a range of different neurological conditions, such as acquired brain conditions, so stroke examples, stroke, neurotrauma specifically, and others, epilepsy as well. We have groups looking at ageing. We have groups looking at degenerative diseases, grouping these together, although they're completely different, Parkinson's disease, and our colleagues who investigate motor neurone disease. We investigate inflammatory diseases such as MS and myositis as well. And we look at neuroplasticity and brain development as well as brain adaptation with time. And as we all know, brains are very complex organs and they don't act alone. They're connected very heavily into bone and bone systems, also into gut. And we know that there are existing connections and also into the cardiovascular systems as well. So it's a very complex puzzle that we investigate at the Perron Institute. And major focus is, of course, translating research for clinical and community benefit. Some of our groups, and most of our groups, work in areas for which there are no cures and there are very few treatments even. So we've had some success globally with 3 FDA approvals for new drugs. And in Australia, that's quite unusual. There's only a total of 15 ever been approved by the TGA. And we have groups led by Steve Wilton and Anthony Akari and Sue Fletcher previously, who have looked at really trying to personalise medicines, new medicines in rare diseases as well. So that work is ongoing. So we recognise that our partnerships are vital to supporting those with neurological disease. And we partner with local service providers, as well as government, community and industry groups, and also those who are researching in medical research institutes and various institutions worldwide. We're very keen to build further relationships into the future. So I've been at the Perron Institute for about 5 months, and we have a small research strategy and support team. My colleague Taya Hamilton at the back, wave your hand, there she is. We're working very, very hard to try and build partnerships with people, and we realised that it's a new team, and we've only started to really start to meet people, and we'd really like to meet more of you and work more closely with you into the future. So if you see either of us, come and have a chat, please. That would be great. Thank you. So that's the Perron Institute. Thank you.